In this video, I'm going to show you how to configure TP-Link MR100 GSM Wi-Fi router. First, we need to log in the router using web browser. For this purpose, we need to identify which IP router getting. Here I am using cabled connection for configuration. We can use either cable or Wi-Fi. If you are using the Wi-Fi, once you are changing the settings of Wi-Fi, it will be disconnected. So I am always recommending to use with the cable configuration. For finding the IP address, we can use ncpa.cpl. Then find the default gateway IP from the network interface. Enter the IP in web browser. That will be the router IP address. Here we need to enter the password. By default, the router is coming without password. The first time of configuration, we have to enter the password. Here I have already entered the password, so I am just using the same password for login the router. Once after login, you are able to see basic and advanced options. Based on these options, we will get the multiple features of Wi-Fi and other configurations. Otherwise, you can use the quick setup. Before doing this configuration, if you are having SIM card, you can insert the SIM card on SIM card tray. The SIM card configuration will take automatically. No need of any extra configuration. Here I am going to show you how to change the Wi-Fi name and Wi-Fi password. For this purpose, we need to select basic and then wireless. Here you are able to see the 2.4 wireless network. If the checkbox is enabled, that Wi-Fi will be available. If it is disabled, the Wi-Fi will not be available. Network name we can change with the new Wi-Fi name. Also we can change the password. Once after changing, we need to press the save button. If you want to see the more wireless advanced settings, you can choose the advanced tab, then go to the wireless, select wireless settings. Here we are able to see the same SSID multiple wireless options. If you want to activate guest Wi-Fi, you want to select advanced guest network. Here you are able to activate the guest Wi-Fi. We can disable the above options for client communication and client access to local network. Then press the save button. Then enable the guest network and enter the SSID. If the security selected as no security means there is no need of any password to connect with the guest Wi-Fi. But here we need to activate the Wi-Fi, so I am selecting other option. Then I am entering the password. Then press the save button. Now I am going to show you how to enable DMSet in TP-Link MR100 router. For this purpose, we need to select Advanced tab, then NAT forwarding. Here you are able to see DMSet. Then enable the DMSet checkbox. Then enter the IP address of DMSet server. Then press Save button. Now our DMSet is activated. If you want to disable the DMSet, anytime you can uncheck the Enable DMSet checkbox, then press the Save button. The DMSet will be disabled once after. Now I am showing how to do the virtual server or port forwarding. For this purpose, we need to select Advanced tab, NAT forwarding, then Virtual server. Here you are able to add the port forwarding. I am pressing the Add button for adding the virtual server or port forwarding. Here you are able to see the service type. That means any name we can enter here or we can select from the existing service. If we are using the default service type, we need to enter only the IP address. No need to enter the port or names. Here I am using the custom service. So I am entering the name and details manually. Service type I am entering manually. Here I am using RDP. So I am entering the name RDP. The external port means external port we are using for accessing the server. For the RDP is 3389. Here I am entering the 3389. Then internal IP address. Internal IP address of RDP server. Then enter the internal port. Here you can use the same port or different port. I am selecting the protocol. Here you are able to see TCP or UDP or all. For the RDP purpose, we are using TCP. So I am selecting TCP. Then make sure the checkbox is enabled. Then press the save button. Now we are able to see the port forwarding is added. If you want to disable this policy, we are able to disable. If you want to edit, we are able to edit. If you want to delete, we can delete from here. Now I am showing how to do the port range configuration. The external port range, we need to select only the range. No need to enter the range in internal port. It will be automatically selected. Here I am showing how to take the backup. For this purpose, you need to go for advanced, then system tools. Here you are able to see backup and restore. If you are pressing the backup button, it will start to download the backup. If you want to change the admin password, you can go to system tools. Here you are able to see administration. Here you can change the password of router. Here you need to enter the old password and need to enter the new password of router which you want. Then repeat the same password. Then press the save button. Once after saving, we need to log in with the new password. If you want to reset, you can go to backup and maintenance, then press the factory restore. Once you press that settings, it will be resetted all the configuration which we have done. So don't forget to take the backup before doing this. Once after, it will ask for entering the password. Here you need to enter the password, then only we are able to log in the router. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please press the like button, share and subscribe.